Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're gonna start off by prepping the nails that are already on my pre-prepped practice hand. For today's video, we are using the Veeda Bella practice hand along with all of the nail essentials that come along with the hand. Everything will be linked down below if you guys are interested in purchasing any of the products that I mentioned in today's video, along with any discount codes that I have for the products. That being said, we are starting off by filing the sides of those tips that I already placed on the nails. These are from Amazon. They are by far my favorite. I've been using them a lot frequently. They are super long, so you can cut them down to whatever length you want, and you can keep them extra long as well. They are not faux sculpted, so they don't have that deep C curve. I've been loving the flat, super square shaped nail myself, so I've been using these a lot more. On another note, I have been on a kind of little path of using different products that I haven't used in a long time, or just kind of trying to grab other colors that I haven't used on my channel. I typically always grab the same nudes, the same pinks, the same colors over and over again, and I have a big stash of acrylics. So for today's video, we are actually using the Young Nails Cover Acrylic in the color Rosebud. If you guys haven't seen or used their products, what are you doing? Young Nails is one of those brands that has been around for a very long time. They're OGs in the nail industry, and I myself started off doing nails using their products, so I adore them. We're gonna be using this beautiful color. It is really pretty, and I feel like it goes really well with the skin tone of my practice hand, so definitely recommend if you guys are looking for a good cover color. I will leave a link down below for you guys so you guys can check it out. I am just going in and adding that as my base. I wanted a light nude color for my base, so I can go in with whatever nail art I wanted. At this point, I still kind of didn't know what I was gonna do. I just knew that I wanted to add brown to the nails, so I figured I would use like a nice neutral pinkish nude color for my base. So I'm just going ahead and applying that on the surface of the nails. I am not going to show you guys the process on the rest of the nails just because I feel like laying acrylic gets repetitive, and if you guys are wanting a more in-depth, I have tons of more videos on my channel. So for today's video, I'm just keeping it short on the acrylic end. I'm just laying it on two nails so you guys can kind of get the gist of it. But if you guys are new to my channel, make sure you guys check out all my other videos. I have hundreds of videos on my channel, and I do have them on different playlists, so make sure you guys check that out as well. So I completely forgot to mention, but for today's video, I am using the Kiara Sky Monomer along with their brush. The brush is a size 14 if you guys are curious. But we're gonna get into our filing once everything is nice and dry. I am using my e-file at a speed of 11,000 RPMs. Along with that, I'm using a fine 5-in-1 bit from Kiara Sky. It's one of the purple ones. I absolutely adore their 5-in-1 bits. Highly recommend them. I'm actually going to be using it for the cuticle area. I'm going to be sealing that cuticle, making sure that everything is nice and flush to the natural nail so that we don't get any lifting. You do not want that area to be super bulky. So I'm just going to be taking that bit very quickly around that area and making sure everything is nice and filed. I'm going in with my forever favorite Tammy Taylor peel and stick files. These are 100 grit. I absolutely adore them. I get them off of Amazon if you guys are curious. If you guys haven't seen them on my channel before, I literally use them all the time. I'm going to be going in and just filing the sides, making sure that the shape is super crisp. Even though I try to lay my acrylic on the already shaped tips, I want to make sure I go in because you will add a little bit of extra thickness to that nail once you lay that acrylic. So always make sure you finish file. And I'm just going in on the sides, and then we're going to be flipping the hand around to look at the nails from the client's perspective. And I'm going to be squaring them off at that point. And then if I see any other imperfections, I will be fixing them right then and there as well. I'm going in with this buffer from Makartt. I actually prefer this buffer over the original sponge buffers that I always use on my channel, just because it has a little bit of a harsher grit to it. So whenever you're filing with a hand file, you can see all the little grooves and divots that hand file causes. So using a more coarse grit on your buffer, it will always smooth it out way more than a very extra fine buffer. So that's why I'm using this one. I want to make sure that everything is super smooth, so when I go in with my nail art, it is perfect for the nail art portion. If y'all are sick of seeing French nails, go ahead and skip forward, but I'm going to be going in very carefully and drawing the smile line of my choice. You can always do them round, you could do V-cut, you could do a square, you could do whatever you want. I'm doing more of an almond shape. That is my personal favorite. I like to leave the pink area nice and long and just make it nice and almond shaped. So I'm going to be taking different shades of brown. I knew that's what I wanted from the beginning. I knew I didn't want to fully cover the entire nail, so I figured I would just go in with a nice French nail for my base. So we're going to be doing that. I am using all of the fall collection gel liners from Profiles Backstage. They are by far my favorite. The colors are absolutely beautiful. So I'm using a mixture of the cream color, the latte color, and then the coffee color, which is a really rich dark brown. And I'm kind of just doing a combination of all three to get a light brown, semi sort of light brown, and then working my way up to like the fully brown chocolate color on the pinky. So as I'm going, I'm just adding in a little bit more of that dark color to deepen up that brown, and they will all match. If you guys haven't tried mixing your own colors before, always use that as a nice little hack. Start off with one color and keep adding the darker version of that color so you get that perfect ombre effect, and they all are very cohesive. So I'm just going to be doing that. Again, simple French design for my base. I want to cure whenever I am ready. I'm going to go ahead and do all 4 fingers and then place in the light for a full 60 seconds. You want to make sure you are fully curing this before you go in with your next layer. I want to make sure that it is super cured because these are very pigmented colors. It's going to take a little bit longer. So always take it out of the light, and if you feel like it needs a little bit more, place it back in there for another 60 seconds. Now, once everything is nice and cured, I'm going to be going in with a top coat because I am going to be doing kind of like the sweater effect type of design where you texturize your design. So we're going to be going in with Matte It from Not Polish. It is my favorite go-to matte top coat. Yes, we are back with the matte nails. It's funny because even my husband asked me if I was just going to keep doing glossy top coat forever. So I thought that was really funny, but no, we are back. We're back with the matte top coat. I'm going to be adding a thin layer of that on the entire surface of the nails, and then we're going to be placing that back into the light for another 60 seconds, making sure that it is fully cured. Now we're going to be going in with a Halloween type of design. I have been on the fence about doing Halloween already because it's still September, but everyone else is doing it and I was like, let me just hop on the trend, let me not stay behind. So we're going to start off the Halloween fall season with brown chocolate colors, and I'm actually going to be doing, like I said, the kind of texturized design that we get with sweater type of designs. So I'm going to be drawing my base nail art, and then we're going to be adding some acrylic powder before we cure it to add that texture and mattify that paint as well. So for the index finger, I decided to do little bats. I figured these would be super cute, and I wanted to do kind of different themes on each of the nails. So for the index finger, we're going to be doing bats. I'm doing this tiny one, and then I'm going to be doing a bigger one, and then kind of like a half one. So the key to getting a cute little bat is going to be doing a little circle and then the little body into a point, and then I'm actually going to be doing 2 pointy little ears up top, and then we're going to be doing the wings with very sharp ends to it. You can pretty much just envision triangles connected to each other, and then we curve out that tip of the wing, if I guess I could call it that. So I'm just gonna do that in different sizes and kind of the same color that we originally used as the base. I just kind of want it to like pop through a little bit without it being like super noticeable, but very dainty and cute type of design. So again, I'm just gonna draw that on there, and then we're gonna be going in with the next step. Now for the texture, we're going to be adding a raw acrylic powder to the surface of the wet gel paint. So as of right now, it is not cured, it is still wet. I'm going to be taking a similar type of brown, or you can use clear acrylic for this step, whichever you prefer. That's kind of why I try to match the nail art with the same color that I wanted it to be. That way, if I couldn't find a brown color that would match it good, I would just go in with clear. So I'm actually going to be taking my nail tip cutters, and I'm just using that to kind of scoop out the color. This brown nude color is from Kiara Sky. I'll leave it linked down below. And I'm just pouring it over top, and then you want to kind of shake off the excess and cure it in the light. And that's going to cause the little texture type of mattified effect that we are looking to get. So for the middle finger, I'm going to be doing a spider web and a spider, and I'm going to be doing pretty much the same concept. I added a little bit more of that dark color to try to match it a little bit better, and then I'm just starting off with lines kind of spreading outwards, and then we're going to be connecting them to kind of create that spider web type of vibe. I'm just adding a very small spider web, and then we're going to be focusing more on the actual spider. And then again, you want to pour over your raw acrylic powder of your choice. And then for the ring finger, we're going to be doing tiny little pumpkins. I thought that would be a cute little addition. Pumpkins are Halloween classics, but they're also part of like the fall vibe as well. So we're going to be starting off with like the center of the pumpkin, and then I'm going to be doing little curved lines on the outside. I honestly kind of just winged this one, and I was not quite sure if I remembered how to draw a pumpkin, but then it ended up coming together, so I was pretty proud of my memory skills. Sometimes I have to be Googling items or designs that I really do not remember, like the bats. I was like, how do you draw a bat? So life hack, just Google silhouette of whatever you're trying to draw, and then you can kind of copy that or try to duplicate that. So for the little pumpkin, I kind of just winged it and it turned out pretty cute. We're going to be thickening up those lines. I added the little stem, and I'm going to be repeating that on the nail as well. And then last but not least, the pinky is going to be kind of like witch vibes. So we're going to be doing a moon, little stars, and kind of little just dots to kind of bring it all together and give kind of a witch vibe to that nail. So we're starting off with a curved moon, and then I'm just going to be adding all the other little details. And then again, before you cure it, you want to make sure you add your powder to the wet surface of the gel paint. But that pretty much concludes today's video. Let me know what you guys think down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a ton, and I'll see you guys next time.